Here we have a pre-owned 2014 Lexus GX460 Premium. This GX460 comes in black onyx, and then we have black perforated leather interior. Sorry, I'm right by the interstate today, but the powertrain consists of a 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8 engine, and that puts out 301 horsepower, and that's made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And this one has just a little over 115,000 miles on it. But coming around to the front end, we do get our LED daytime running lights. And then we also have our LED fog lamps. I forgot to turn them on. And then we have our HID headlamps. But just a few little nicks and scratches over the years. Actually, it's in pretty good shape for the most part. Just a little crack in the grill there, probably from a rock chip or something. But honestly, this black looks good, and you don't really see any road rash unless you're looking for it. And we do get these 6-spoke 18-inch aluminum wheels, and that's part of that GX460 Premium package. Get passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. One-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors. Rear window lock, power door lock controls. Memory seats, just hit set. Pick the number you want to set it to, it'll beep at you. Bottle holders, map pocket. And then over here, power mirror controls. Pick a side, left, right, or offset, and you can use the dial to adjust. And then you can either fold the mirrors in or fold them out. And then we do have blind spot monitors in those mirrors. Gauge cluster brightness, and then we have the odometer. We can toggle that there, and then we can reset by holding that button on whichever trip we are on at that moment. And we do have our headlamp washers here. You can just press that and that'll come on. Traction control toggle, gas cap, hood release, foot pedal brake, just push it on and off. And then here's our power driver's seat with 2-way power lumbar support. And even though it has 115,000 miles on it, the leather's still in decent shape for a Lexus. You know, with the perforated leather especially, it starts to crack quite a bit just after a few miles on it, excuse me. But I want to give a huge shout out to Nissan of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this SUV today. I'll leave a link below in the description if you all are interested in more information about it or about purchasing. But let's go ahead and check out this rear seat room, because I have that front seat adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So that's kind of how it is. And then I move the seat all the way back. Great space. So I like that we have that adjustable second row. And then we have the seat back pockets on both sides. And then we have 2-stage heated outboard seats for the second row. And then rear AC climate controls, or rear automatic climate controls, excuse me, right here. So we can toggle the auto mode, turn that off by adjusting fan speed, cut the whole system off and decide where the airflow is coming from, and adjust that temperature. And the center seat does fold down. Cup holders are there. And our grab handle. We could probably hang a couple plastic hangers on this hook, several metal hangers on there. And our gas cap is here. Premium is required according to this. But as we come around to the back end here, love the tail lamps. And actually, I want to take a quick look at this tow hitch. And there's our spare underneath there, harness and all that. And then to open it, pull there. And then that's a look with the third row up, and then the right side's the third row down. So to fold that down, you just pull that. Pretty easy to do, and then you just gotta pull up here. So hit that release, and then you're good to go. And then to fold it back down, you gotta fold the headrest by pulling that, and then go back and reverse. And then a few storage compartments over here, bottle holder on each side. And then we do have a 120 volt 2-prong plug in there. And then additional storage pockets on the back there. So it's pretty nifty. And then if you ever want to lift the glass up, hit that button there. And then you can hang out your boards or whatever without having the whole lift gate up. But coming around to the rear passenger side, if you ever want to fold your seat flat, all you have to do is pull up here, and that seat will fold flat, and then just pull it back up to put it into place. Or if you want to just get to the third row, pull that, and then it makes it that much easier. And then again, slide it back into place to get it where it needs to be. And then to our front passenger side, we do have power with power lumbar, again, two-way. And then we have a lockable glove compartment here. All of the owner's manuals are still in this one. But as we come around to the front, once again, let's take a look underneath the hood. And it's mostly covered up, but there's that 4.6 liter naturally aspirated V8. And now let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. So I love the leather and wood grain steering wheel, and we get the wood grain as part of that premium package. That's how you can tell if it's a standard or a premium. Try and turn the fan speed down a little bit. But to the radio here, first of all, let's start with the climate. One of the issues I have with the GX 460s, and I've said this before in other reviews of the older models, is I had to do all of my AC controls through the screen, which I hate. But the system works pretty well. You can adjust where you want the air to go pretty easily. All those controls are right in there. Turn on the 3-zone, and then you can also turn on your de-icers for the windshield wipers if you want to do that right in there, which is an interesting place to put them, but it's whatever. And then for audio, we get AM, FM, XM, and then we have USB, CD drive, Bluetooth, Alexa, bunch of stuff there. We have an aux input as well. Now for the navigation system, pretty easy to use. Just go in here. It's just kind of cumbersome. You have to go to the address, and then you got to go through sorting from this, that, and the other, and find the state, as opposed to just typing in, fill in the blank. So I believe they eventually update that. Home page is there, Bluetooth button here, and it walks you right through. When you add a phone, it'll just say find it on your device, type in that PIN, and then to your info over here, you can look up fuel consumption. And then you do get, what I didn't know was, you get subscription free weather and traffic. So that's pretty cool. You don't have to have an XM subscription to do that. And then your setups in here, go to general, you can change your clock, language, and then units of measurement here. And then you can turn that beep on and off. And I'm actually going to try and turn it off. Here we go, I was pushing the wrong place. That's better. And then you can go through all that once again. And then Bluetooth controls, audio, traffic, all that setup is in there. And then all your vehicle settings are right in here. If you want to set that a certain way, you're able to. And there's the backup camera there. It's actually a pretty good picture. It does remind me of like an old Columbo episode. It's just kind of the picture quality. I guess I don't know if it's the sun setting or whatever. But the rest of our AC controls are right in here, so we can toggle that auto mode, and we have to turn that off by going back into the climate menu and adjusting, which again I don't like, but whatever. And then we can cut the whole system off, and then to get it back on, we have to go up here and do this again. And then we can adjust our temperature on either side there. So again, it's just a cumbersome system, but it gets the job done. And then volume control here, we can click that to turn the audio off, and we can go through our radio station presets or track list depending on where we are there. And then we have a tune knob over there. And then over here, kind of have a stowaway, 2 USB-A ports, aux input, 12 volt. And then we have our heated, cooled seat functions for the driver and front passenger here. And then for the shifter, just hit the brake, pull, reverse, neutral, drive. Then we can manually shift here if we want to. And we have our downhill brake control as well as our four-wheel drive controls here. And then we have stowable cup holders. And I do like that we have the movable armrest here. So you just have to grab this button behind and then pull that back and then hit the big one. And then we have a removable tray, tons of storage in there. And then we have a sunglasses holder here. Or excuse me, yeah, sunglasses holder. And then there's the visor there. You got to give it a little pull either way. And then here we have our power tilt and sliding sunroof. So one touch there, and then hit it again to get it all the way back. Then you can one touch close it. There's a view of the back seat from up here. Garage door transmitters are right in here if you can see that. Let me go ahead and close the sunshade, that might help. Yeah, so right in there we have the garage door transmitters. And then vanity mirror here, we do get that light and we can open and shut that and it responds to being open. But back to the steering wheel, blinkers here, then high beams, we can flash here, corners, auto, daytime running lights off, fog lamp control there. And then we have our automatic windshield wiper controls here. One time, this is off, then auto, low, high, and we can adjust the automatic wipers sensitivity here, and then our rear wiper intermittent on, and then go that way or go that way for that rear wiper fluid, and then push up for the front wiper fluid. But over here to the left side of the steering wheel, hit this mode button to go through your audio sources. You can go through your track list or presets from the steering wheel there, and then you have your volume controls here. And then over here to the right side, Bluetooth controls, and we can use this to go between our two menu options for the gauge cluster, and then within each of those we can scroll through here. So you'll see we have our kind of standard options to go through. We can use this as an enter button as well, and then hit this, and then you're going to those parking sensors, blind spot monitors, and then second start, we can toggle those. And then voice recognition, cruise control, just turn that on and off there, set, and then we can cancel there. And then we have our center differential lock there, push button start right in here. Finally, here's the key fob.